Hi guys, this is my first ever YouTube video. Nice to meet you. I don't know how to do intro, so I'll just take a good look at my room. You're gonna need it for further. I don't know. Just remember it, okay? I don't know. So today and today, I will be explaining to you guys Postal, both the games and the movie, because yes, a video game can have a movie. Have you never seen the Super Mario movie? Yeah. Five Nights at Freddy's movie? Yeah, because could have movies too. But anyways, basically, there's this studio called Running with Scissors. They have a pretty cool logo. Look it up actually. And they make a lot of games, but one of their first games was Postal. It was released in 1997 for them computers that were like old, really old. The ones like white with a huge PC case next to them that sounded like a helicopter when you played games on them. Yeah, they had those. So they released a game for them, like the one in CDs. Yeah, they released a game, which was Postal. I think I already said that, but anyways, it was Postal, and basically, it was a game about this guy who actually has a pretty cool character design. Check him out. Yeah, and basically, it was about this guy who was like cuckoo crazy insane, and he was like, I'm the only one who can clean the earth, okay? The earth has like a plague, and I'm the only normal one in the earth. And his dog, he actually has a dog, but it's not mentioned in the game. So he has a dog called Champ. It's a pit bull. But yeah, basically he thinks that all humans are like infected with a mind plague, and he's the only one living, so he needs to clean the earth. So he goes around on a killing spree. Yeah, that's right, a killing spree. So he kills like everyone that comes across his path. Either they're like violent or passive. He just kills them, or you can choose not to kill them because you're playing the game. So yeah, that's the first game basically. So it's really like an edgy, like gory, dark game that was released for like it was really polemic when it released. Like ads were like really curious for the game. They were kind of weird, yeah, but it was still a pretty cool game. So basically, in 2007, if I'm not wrong, Running with Scissors decided like, hey, we were actually pretty good with that one. Let's make another one. So the graphics were pretty, if not completely chopped. They were really like squarey. If the first game you thought had bad graphics because it was like pixelated, the second game is just like it's so bad. But honestly, the graphics don't matter much because it was just 2007. So Postal 2 is the most popular game on Postal, the Postal franchise, because it's the best actually. It's the best game. What can I say? So on Postal 2, you're this guy, the same guy, kinda. It's kind of complicated, but you're this guy, and basically you have really short hair and sunglasses. I think that's pretty important for character development. That's really good actually. So yeah, you live in a trailer house. You have your dog that I mentioned earlier. Yeah, you have that dog in your game. So and you have a wife that sits on your trailer every day, doesn't do anything apart from like being there. So yeah, she tells you like, buy me milk and buy me stuff. So you have to go do tasks and stuff, and you go around. You can pick up cats. You can pick up guns. You can pick up shovels to hit people with. Yeah, you can pick up a lot of weapons. That's basically what I'm trying to say. There's a lot of weapons in that game. It has a pretty confusing like inventory system, but it works. I mean, not all games have a good inventory system. So basically, you go around doing tasks like for a whole week. Like apart from Sunday and Saturday, you go doing tasks for 5 days. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure that Monday you have to go buy milk, go do your job. Like you have a job actually. So you do your job and you check out. Like you grab your check and you go to the bank and you go like, hey, give me my money, please. And yeah. Well, basically during all of these like events, stuff happens. Apart from when you buy milk. Yeah. That's like the most normal task in the game. But when you go ahead and work, like go to work, your boss is like, hey man, you're fired. So yeah, you basically were like just one day at work and you got fired because yeah, that's just how the guy works. Which is kind of ironic actually because the um the thing you're working on is actually the same like studios that make the game. So basically, like you're the dude in the game working for the dudes that made your game, which is kind of confusing. Like, how can that? Okay, whatever. So yeah, you're working there in a game studio, and you get fired. And then there's like protesters aside that actually burn down the thing, so they killed everyone. Yeah, and that's basically like a lot of stuff that happens like pretty normally for some reason. Like, it's really a violent game. And also, this town is called Paradise. I forgot to mention that, but yeah, it's called Paradise. It's not Paradise, trust me. Yeah, so you go around doing these tasks, and then you go back home, and you're like, hey, I did your tasks. I did your tasks, queen. Yeah. And then it goes back to Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yeah, here's a quick list. Thursday, I'm pretty sure you have to go sign a petition. You have to go other stuff. I really don't remember, like, apart from Friday, which I don't remember much either. You go to a birthday party. You go get some, like, a delivery for you. I don't remember much. Yeah, so basically it's just a very violent game, unless you choose not to be violent. Because the game never actually forces you to shoot anyone. Like puts you an NPC that's like, if you don't shoot me, I'm shooting you. No, just they just shoot at you, but you don't, like, eventually, like, yes, you eventually die if you get shot a lot, but you know, you don't have to shoot back. You can just run away, because yeah, it just has free will like that. So yeah, that was like the second game they released. And then they released a game so bad, Postal 3, that I'm not even gonna talk about, because it's so bad. Actually, even the creators hate it. They're like, I wish we never done that, because they didn't even do it with the same like thing studio they were like doing the other games with. Like, they did it with some other studio and some other graphics and some other dude. Like, it even got he's even got a different hair color, a different color trench coat, and the graphics, like, the game is really buggy. Like, it crashes. Personally, I played the game. I have the Postal 1, Postal 2, and Postal 3. Yeah, I played the game Postal 3. It's really bad. It crashes, like, when you do something important, it crashes. It decides, like, sorry, goodbye. Yeah, it's really bad. So I'm not even gonna go deeper into that. So let's just say that game never existed. Okay, so of course the creators like, okay, we're sorry, okay, we're sorry for that, and they decide to create DLC. Pretty sure they made a DLC for Postal 2 before, like Apocalypse Weekend, when you do your Saturday and Sunday tasks. Oh, because I forgot to tell you, in the ending of Postal 2, when you finish the Friday missions, you go back home and your wife tells you, "Did you buy my Rocky Road?" And the dude's like, "Oh," and I'm not sure if he shoots himself or his wife shoots him, but yeah, he ends up with a fatal head injury. So yeah, on Saturday and Sunday, you're supposed to, like, escape the hospital, go get your house back, go do some more chores. There's a zombie apocalypse going on. Yeah, it's called Apocalypse Weekend for a reason. So yeah, so that goes on and on Apocalypse Weekend. But as I told you guys, Postal 3 was so bad that they released another DLC for the same game, which is I actually don't remember what the name is. But yeah, it was like a whole other week. It had more weapons, more tasks. It had even like Christmas and stuff. It had a bunch of stuff. It was a really good DLC, actually. I recommend you guys buying it. Like, I don't think you guys like the game, but if you like it, you should buy it along with Postal 2, because it's a really good DLC. I haven't played it. Like, I'm playing it, but I'm still on Apocalypse Weekend, so I will just wait to finish Apocalypse Weekend and then play the other DLC. Yeah. So let's forget Postal 3 and let's dive into Postal 4, which I'm actually not that invested into either. But I think it came out in like 2020, 2019, somewhere around there. It's the Postal dude, the dude you were playing as. Oh, wait, my yeah, but he's older. Really, really older. He's like trolling around. He's like, "Oh, wait, I'm out of gas." So he goes to city and he gets a job. Oh my god, yeah, he gets a lot of jobs to get paid. And he does more tasks, and it's basically just better graphics, uh, older dude, more tasks, more weapons, more updated version of the game. Yeah, and then there's Postal Brain Damage. I'm going to talk about the Postal movie, but wait, because I'm going to talk about that at the end because it's a movie. So, yeah. Then there's Postal Brain Damage, where you like where you're postal dude, but you have brain damage. It's really just that. Like you wear this little silly hospital gown around, and you're like and you're like hallucinating, and you see a bunch of stuff, and you have to kill it, but you're also hallucinating, so you're not sure what's real, what's not. And I'm not really interested in that game either. It's just really like boring to me because it's just a shooter, and I'm not into shooters. Okay, yeah, maybe I am a little bit into shooters like Half-Life, Doom. Uh, I don't remember any more shooters, but basically it's just a shooter. So I don't find these games much fun to play. So yeah. And then there's the Postal movie. So that movie has um guy as the postal dude's actor, and basically it's the same story as Postal 2. I forgot to mention there's tourists in Postal 2, so yeah, that happens a lot in Postal movie. Yeah. So basically in the Postal movie, this guy's like chilling at home with his wife. We actually see the wife in Postal Apocalypse Weekend or in the DLC, I'm not sure. But in the Postal movie, it has a whole different look. The wife has a different look, but you see her actually. So basically, it's like the same story, but at the beginning because it changes a lot. So basically, he's a guy. He's going to work. He gets fired, and then he's like, "Yeah, life sucks." So he goes to talk to his uncle, and his uncle's like, "Hey, I'm being sued by the FBI because I host a cult and I haven't paid taxes." And the guy's like, "Yeah, sure, okay." So his uncle tells him like, "Oh, we need money, bad, real bad." So they're like, "How do we get money?" And they decide there's like this doll that's like really popular with kids. So they decide to like steal the dolls and like resell them because there's only like a few things, and they're going to be like handed out in some meeting. So basically, they go to this meeting on some thematic park about Germany, and there's actually the guy who made the movie and the guy who made the game are actually like there. So the guy who made the movie is like talking like, "Yeah, I make movies about games, and I make them into real good movies." And then suddenly, the guy who made the game like pops out of some pet, like he pulls out his helmet, and he's like, "You ruined my game!" So yeah, then they like fight, and then a shooting starts, and they kill everyone. Yeah, like everyone, apart from a few people. So then, and this guy's like, some guy says like, "It's all the postal dude's fault." I don't know who saw him, but yeah, they're like, "It's all his fault." So everyone starts like chasing down the dude to kill him. Yeah, but he's like really smart and dresses up as a cop and just gets away with it like most of the movie. So yeah, so he goes around. He gets his dolls, right. So he's like, "Wait, I gotta." He's being chased, right? So he's like, "Wait, I gotta leave this somewhere so I don't get chased down like that easily." So he leaves a truck somewhere, and then he goes with the other people to like this house his uncle had, because yes, there's a bunch of people with him. So yeah, so he goes with these people that are also in his uncle's cult, and they're like, "Have you read the Bible of your uncle's cult?" And he's like, "What? No." And turns out his uncle apparently wrote in the Bible that he needs to be killed. Like he didn't like write it like that, but some guy in the cult decided that that was what it meant because it was just a really bad written Bible. So he's like, "I gotta kill you now." And the uncle's like, "What? Why?" So yeah, they're fighting internally. They keep fighting a little bit more, and then turns out in these dolls there's actually a virus. Like they have like little bottles with some virus. I don't remember what it was. Something related to hens, I think. Yeah. So there's this virus in there. I keep seeing my cat, but it's not there. So they go like, oh, and the tourists are also there, and they wanted the virus too because they actually brought it into there. but the cultists also somehow found out about the virus, and they also want the dolls, so they have like a big shit down. And also the people that were hunting down Postal Dude have a shit down too. So yeah, Postal Dude's like, wait, I need to destroy these dolls. So he goes around trying to destroy the dolls, and actually he just gets shot a lot. And I forgot to mention this, but as he was going to work, he got like, wait, no, after he got fired of his work, he got into a coffee shop, and he met a lady. I met this strange lady. He made me nervous. But yeah, he met this lady, and the lady was like, hey, you're pretty cool. And then they meet again at the, and the Germany shutdown. Yeah. And they're like, hey. But then they meet once again. I'm not sure what they were doing, but they meet once again, and then they team up. And then when everyone gets like shut down and they shoot down everything, and apparently apocalypse begins. Yeah, because apparently the terrorists were friends with the president, so they're like, hey dude, we kind of screwed up. Can you blow the whole place up? And the president's like, yeah, sure. So they're like, in the radio, they tell you like, we're gonna be dropping bombs in like 2 minutes, so you have 2 minutes to get away from the country or you're gonna die. So yeah. And yeah, that's how the movie ends. They're just in the car, like the dude. Oh, his dog is there too. Yeah, he has a pretty cute dog. So the dog's there, Postal Dude's there, and the lady from the coffee shop is there. And they're like, okay, yeah. And that's like the whole movie. It's really confusing, actually. It's really stupid. They say a lot of bad things in that movie. Yeah. So I think that's all I had to say about the Postal franchise and the Postal games and the Postal overall. Yeah. Basically, it's a really Ansel core game. I don't care. It's an Ansel core game because it's so edgy, so gory. Yeah, especially Postal 2, actually. It's kind of gory. Kind of really gory. Yeah, it's just like that. Yeah. He's like, I just built this way. Oh, and they made a Redux version of Postal 1, which is got actually pretty good graphics. Yeah, like I gotta hand it out to the guys. They have really good graphics for Postal Redux, and they have a bunch of Easter eggs. For example, there's this other game called Hatred, about this guy that's pretty similar to him, except that he isn't like, okay, wait, he might be mentally ill, but he's like, I hate everyone. I've always hated everyone. I want to kill everyone. So it's like, it's pretty different from him, like, but not that much. So he goes on a killing spree, and he doesn't care if he dies. He just wants to kill everyone, as he said himself. But yeah, basically, they added like Easter egg of him. If you type in clown in the game, you'll get a skin of the guy from Hatred, which is like a really tall guy, like way taller, like 6'8", 6'9". Yeah, and he wears all black. He's got long black hair, straight long black hair, and yeah, I think that's all I have to say about these games. So yeah, I recommend you guys getting into Postal. Not actually, don't get into Postal. It's a really bad game. I hate Postal so much. Right now, nobody is watching, so I'm gonna tell you guys about Postal 3. I played Postal 3 personally. I haven't gotten that far, but as far as I know, you can make him a yeah, so there's this guy that moves into a city for some reason, and because he's pretty cool. There's still zombies. Okay, wait. So like in the end of Postal 2, you know how I told you there was zombies, the Postal Dude runs away, and then in the other DLC, it's a really weird story, but basically Postal 3 is running away from the zombies, and then he finds like some people, and they're like, okay, you can come with us. And then they put him in charge of like surveillance or something. And there's a big red button, and he pushes it, and it blows up everything. So yeah. Then he's like, oops, oopsie. So he runs away into a city where he needs a job. So he actually gets a job at, I can't say that, but it's PRN related. So yeah, he gets a job at some shop related to that, and then it gets shut down, like not shut down, but there's people like, we hate you. Yeah, and then he keeps on getting jobs and more jobs. until he goes to a bank to ask for a loan. And there's a shoot down going on. So you actually have the choice to either join the people who are doing the shoot down or join the cops. I personally decided to join the cops because Postal Dude 3 in a cop uniform is actually pretty funny. Yeah, so that part of the game is like you being a cop, just doing paroles, and then before that you get like a training at the police station, but then like homeless guys start attacking the whole police station, which actually took me so long, like 2 hours to finish, because it kept crashing. I kept getting stuck in places. And yeah, it was really hard. Yeah, so basically, after that you go on paroles because you're supposedly like a police officer now, which is kind of weird, but you know. And then you get attacked by more tourists, and I don't remember anything else because I don't think I've gotten that far. So yeah, thank you guys for watching my first ever YouTube video. That's 21 minutes long of me talking about something, like just stuttering. 21 minutes of wasting your time in stuttering. Yeah, okay. Oh, I suck at this. So yeah, nobody's gonna watch this whole apart from someone I know. So yeah, have a great day, guys. Don't get into postal. Don't play postals.